In the eyes of others, this is just a carton of milk, but in Paul's eyes, it's the key that can help him break out of prison. First, he tore open the packaging of the milk carton and peeled off the film on the inner side. Taking advantage of the prison guard's inattention, he quietly stuck the film onto the buttons of the cell door's password lock. When the prison guard entered the password, his fingers left fingerprints on 4 of the buttons. Then, based on the traces on the film, Paul managed to figure out the 4-digit password. He then rolled some toilet paper into small balls. When the prison guard was unlocking his handcuffs for him, he secretly stuffed the balls into the lock hole of the small window. In this way, even after the prison guard locked the door and left, he could easily open the small window with a gentle push. After that, he entered the 4-digit password and the cell door opened. Next, he quietly climbed up the fire escape and made his way to the monitoring room. He deleted the surveillance footage of his prison break and put on an idle fireman's uniform there. He made an agreement with the woman outside the cell. She would use a bomb to blow up a small car. Once there was a fire alarm, the fire trucks would be dispatched. He rode on the fire truck to the scene of the incident. When he arrived, everyone was busy putting out the fire, and no one noticed him. Just like that, he got into his accomplice's car and successfully escaped from prison. By the time the warden realized what had happened, Paul had already fled. But the next second, Paul actually found the warden and told him all the details of his prison break. Because he wasn't a criminal at all. He was a master of prison breaks, hired by the Federal Bureau of Prisons to test the security level of each top prison. His method was to get imprisoned with a fake identity and then escape on his own. Over the past 8 years, he had successfully escaped from 14 prisons, and none of them could keep him locked up. One day, a beautiful woman from the CIA approached him and offered a deposit of $10 million right off the bat. She wanted Paul to test a mysterious prison. However, the CIA didn't even know where the prison was located. Paul knew this job was dangerous, but he agreed to it because of the $10 million. Before setting out, a positioning tracker was first implanted into Paul's arm. Then, his fake identity and the evacuation password were arranged. Soon, the day of his arrest came. But he didn't expect that the people who arrested him this time were extremely violent from the start. They first stunned him with a stun gun, then pinned him down on the car and used a small knife to dig out the GPS positioning device in his arm. When Paul woke up again, he had already been taken to the mysterious prison. He found that there was tempered glass everywhere. He carefully observed his surroundings, but couldn't find even a trace of a way to break out. When Paul met the warden, he said that this matter was really too dangerous and gave the warden the evacuation code. But the warden completely ignored him. It seemed that Paul had been framed. Then all the prisoners were gathered together. A man immediately started scolding Paul as soon as he saw him. People could die at any moment in this prison. The prison housed the worst characters in the whole world. Scenes of prison guards beating prisoners could be seen everywhere. Jason called a group of his cronies and quickly surrounded Paul tightly. Paul wasn't going to tolerate the other guy's bad behavior. He punched Jason and made his nose bleed. Just as everyone was about to attack, a man appeared and stopped them all. His name was Jimmy, who was the leader of a gang.